gentlemen, our next match is a 4-round bout, beginning with the fighter standing to my right in the blue corner. He's a second-degree black belt, standing 5 feet, 10 inches tall, and weighing in at 158 pounds. He comes to us from Hawaii. His name is Brian McCutcheon. And the fighter standing to my left in the red corner. He's a 4th-degree black belt, standing 5 feet, 9 inches tall, and weighing in at 155 pounds. From Mesquite, Texas, please welcome Dong Lee.
So Dong Lee will put his art form to work against Brian McCutcheon.
I'll tell you one thing, Brian is a little younger than Dong, but Dong's got a lot of ring experience. I remember him competing as a junior.
The up-tempo match to start.
Fast and furious. These boys came ready. Spinning back kick by Mr. McCutcheon. Double kick, Dong. Now, Dong has to be careful. Those points are going to add up for Brian. Referee Clay Barber, gold silver medalist at the last World Championships in the Philippines, controlling the action in the ring. Dong Lee with an axe kick to the head. That's going to be a 5-pointer.
McCutcheon runs a Taekwondo center in Hawaii.
Dong moving back to the center of the ring. Notice the difference in strategy. That's ring experience. McCutcheon had him in the corner next, and then Dong carefully moved himself back to the center of the ring and put McCutcheon in the corner. Now you can see he's got his back. He's standing on the outline. Careful, Dong going for trying to knock him off. Automatic 5-point deduction. You can see one of the differences I see here, Barry, is that Dong appears to have a strategy. He's looking at the distance and trying to control it. And then McCutcheon appears to just be throwing techniques. We're going to have to see what the coaches tell him in between rounds.
A very effective first round, it seemed, for Dong Lee. Dong is a guy who has spent some time doing television work. Here is a look at Brian McCutcheon, 1997 Pan American Cup gold medalist. 11 years in Taekwondo. Another look.
So right here, he threw a back side kick and hit Dong solidly, so that one scored as a point. And here this is, I believe, Dong's jumping axe kick right in the head. Followed up by a roundhouse kick. Dong moving back, controlling the distance. I think that's the difference of the match right now. Looking at Coach Joe Kim talking to Dong.
We talked about being in absolute top physical shape, and you can see after 90 frenetic seconds in the first round, hardly breathing heavy.
Once again, and we have a fairly close round. We have Brian McCutcheon leading Dong Lee 8-7. Dong's got some ground to make up. Once again, no doubt those spinning kicks Brian threw earlier gave him a little tally of points. You can see him trying to control the distance. Brian, once again, just attacking. Doesn't really seem to have a plan. Dong changing feet. Again.
So far, the plan that McCutcheon doesn't have is working fairly well.
Well, sometimes that's how it goes. Dong going back to the axe kick. Notice again how Dong got back in the center of the ring. The match is close enough where that is going to come into play if he keeps control of the ring like that. Back spinning kick to the head from Dong Lee. Definitely a 5-pointer. That's definitely going to tally some points in the favor of Dong Lee. What we saw there, Barry, was just a little bit different. That was a front pushing kick as opposed to a snapping kick, and we call that a cut kick or a push kick because he knew Brian is going to spin. Brian has established the fact that he likes to spin, and Dong's trying to shut that part of his game off and take it away from him.
Do competitors fall into patterns, and is it the object of the opposition to find those patterns, create those patterns, even at this level?
Absolutely. There's everybody has some basic strong points that they're going to follow, and you can pretty much pick those up in the beginning of the in the first round. You should be able to establish that, and a good competitor will have several of those and not try and let you find them, not try and let them out there. But once again, it's the Dong's experience versus Brian's. There you have a back spinning whip kick right to Brian McCutcheon's head. And although he's still able to stand, he did lose some points on that. Here he comes again. I'd tell you about 6 inches higher, and that would have been a good night for Brian McCutcheon.
I can feel it up here, I'll tell you that. Dong Lee now with a 13-10 lead over McCutcheon. It was mainly that 5-point kick that made the difference in that round.
Absolutely. Here we go for round. See what round 3. We'll see what happens here. See, unlike Olympic Taekwondo, you can't sit on a lead here because one shot and it changes everything. In the Olympic venue, everything's one shot.
Do you have a sense when you're in there how close?
Absolutely. Well, they post the scores. And there, Brian McCutcheon with a standing 8 count. Dong Lee with another 5-pointer. It's going to increase his points. Referee Clay Barber checking his eyes to make sure he's in good condition. See, right now, Brian's obviously likes the back spinning kick with his right leg. He does it a lot. Dong knows that. He can afford it. Brian, a very game young fighter from Hawaii. Again.
Big time.
Again, what you saw is Brian attacking the same way. This is what we were talking about. Does the fighter get into the same patterns? Brian threw that same thing. That's the 3rd time. Dong trying to take him off the mat. And the end of round 3.
Huge round for Dong Lee.
Huge. 2 whip kicks to the head. And you can see the look on McCutcheon's face coming off the mat. He knows he's behind. He's got a lot of work to do in round 4.
Dong Lee, a guy who has been around in the sport for 17 years. He began Taekwondo back in 1980. Obtained a degree of 4th degree master in 1993. Here's another look.
And here we go. You can see Brian coming in. His left foot's forward. He's already established it. He attacks. Dong. Boom.
Started to say, actually, a little before that, too, he looked like he was breathing through his mouth and maybe starting to lose a step.
Well, in that kind of motion, he telegraphed his motion. That's what he did. And, someone with Dong's experience.
So Lee now with a commanding 24-12 lead as we begin the final round.
Those 2 headshots really get him.
12 points. Red 22.
So let's see what Brian McCutcheon's strategy is. If it's to use the same technique, you can still see he's got his left foot forward. He's still spinning with his right leg for the spinning technique. Unless Dong gets knocked out, he should lose this match. So McCutcheon's trying to set a trap, and he doesn't really have the time to do that. He's got to be the aggressor.
The balance of Dong Lee is really remarkable, too. Never seems to be off balance.
Always in control. I've been watching Dong compete since he was a junior.
Champion 1988, 1992.
Olympic alternate both years. Today it's refreshing to see someone come up through the ranks through our junior program that we have. And now he's passing on a lot of his knowledge to his students down in Texas.
Ready, come on. Hey!
once again, in the center of the ring.
McCutcheon just ducked under that kick.
You can hear him breathing and puffing and puffing. Notice how immediately when there's a break, Dong stands in the center. Very little room for him to move. You notice McCutcheon's been working around the ring. That's just good ring management by Dong Lee.
McCutcheon's a tired fighter at this point. And that's it. And the outcome of this one, not very much in doubt, I don't believe.
I think it's quite clear. Rounds 2 and 3, very strong for Lee.
Seemed to wear McCutcheon down after the first round.
Well, Dong generates a lot of power. And, as you know from boxing, that takes a lot out of you, those shots to the body.
What creates, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but what creates the power? Is it the balance that creates the power?
It's the kicking technique. Modern Taekwondo has evolved so much. They've studies of biomechanics. Our kicking technique, the power that's generated is in the snap. They've done a lot of studies of physics. And you can see, if you watch in slow motion, you'll see the kicking. And the actual technique of kicking just generates a tremendous amount of power.
So even though it was a pretty good last round, actually, for McCutcheon, it was not going to be enough. And let's take you back to the center of the ring. Bruce Buffer for the decision. Bruce?
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have reached scores, starting with Mr. Brian McCutcheon with a score of 16. And the winner, Mr. Dong Lee, with a score of 26.